Just want to come on. The women's bout just finished. Jelena Mrnjavčević defeated Paola Torres. They gave it to her what? 97, 93, 98, 92, and 96, 94 for the champion, the WBA featherweight champion out of Canada. But I want to jump on. I know a lot of you may not have checked out the heavyweight fight between American prospect Stephan out of St. Louis, Missouri. He took on Lyumobyr Pinchuk. I didn't realize the cat was coming up from largely most of his career was at cruiserweight, but he's had 3 fights at heavyweight. He came in at 223. Shaw came in at 235, the lightest of his career. Like I said, check me out over at www.bitedownboxing.com. I have a full write-up of the fight over there. If you weren't able to see it, I already got one text message from somebody that was asking about the fight. Again, I try to come on here and talk about this stuff. You know, people can hit that bell icon, and catch the updates. That's kind of what my mission is with my boxing coverage, is just to let you know where the action is happening and how it happened. That's all I can do. But I thought it was a good fight. I'd be interested. I'll check out what fight fans think. Also, I'm on here representing my man Charles Bad News Conwell out of Cleveland, Ohio, supporting with the official gear and whatnot. But he's in the main event after this second fight. But I would love to hear what the critique is from fight fans. Are you excited about Shaw as a heavyweight, as a contender? Do you think he's a year away, a year and a half away? I'll sneak around and see what's being said, and I'll try to keep my mouth shut. I really got to stand down, and just let people get their thing off. But I would have liked him to have been a little more aggressive, lead a lot more. You heard his, I think his, damn, I forget my man's first name, Bathshir, his coach. I would have loved for him to be first a little bit more. I love his ring demeanor. He's a very serious dude, very intimidating look and whatnot, but that doesn't necessarily translate to anything inside the ring. But, Pinchuk was a smaller guy. His hands were a little bit faster early on. He was doing the feinting. Shaw was working the check hook all night long. You saw it started having success. Pinchuk's, the right side of his face started reddening up pretty early. By the 3rd or 4th round, Shaw kind of had full control of the fight. He opened up at times. I would have liked to have seen him connect flush with the right hand over the top as Pinchuk was coming in, or when he tried to follow up the jab with the right hand. But, maybe that was a testament to Pinchuk being defensively responsible and making sure that his head was off the line. He kept hitting him on the top of the head and the side of the head, high on the side of the head. Maybe that's what contributed to the hand problems that he mentioned later in the fight after the 7th round. If you land that on the chin or, to the eye, to the nose, maybe you don't have those types of problems. He mentioned his right hand was hurt after the 7th round. It ain't easy. Like the wild card, the saying on the wall over there. It ain't easy. I think he dominated the whole fight, won all 8 rounds, won it 80-72 officially on the cards. Rocked Pinchuk a couple times, had a couple of decent explosive moments, letting his hands go and threatening to get the stoppage. Reese was over in the corner giving the warning, if I don't see something else, I'm going to have to shut this down. But, the knockout didn't come. Some people, some fight fans, that's going to limit the interest that you generate, the buzz that you start to create. And, I thought it was a good fight. Like I said, you can't knock everybody out. He'd been out of the ring like 370 some days. Fought like last December 5th, I believe, in New York. But come out and get a clean performance. I've been checking him out on Instagram a little bit. He was flashing some footwork, some movement and whatnot. I was expecting to see a little more agility tonight, to be honest, with him coming in at 235 pounds versus, I think last time out he was 241 or something. I saw him last February, February or March 2019. He was like 256 or something. So I see him working on his, working on his fitness and working on his agility, being more explosive. He was accurate. He was accurate with his shots. His timing was pretty decent. But like I said, that right hand is a little off the mark. When he was fighting off the back foot. But other than that, I thought it was a good performance. I'd be interested to hear. It was crazy that they interviewed Kelvin Davis after his debut fight, but you don't talk to the heavyweight who was kind of the featured fight of the Twitch stream. I really would have loved to hear what he had to say, but they're just they're just getting started with their presentation, so it's hard to complain about that. But Pinchuk was tough, man. He was game. It wasn't a whole lot of lulls in actions. For heavyweights, it was good back and forth. It was good action. Pinchuk didn't have the dynamic punching power, but I told you he wasn't much of a puncher. I didn't know he was more of a cruiserweight though. Only, like I said, this being his third bout at heavyweight. But hey, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm not even trying to be critical. I'm not trying to get down on him. We'll see how the people respond to it. Like I said, man, I struggle with the fact that the fight was streamed on Twitch. I didn't really understand that. I like to be able to talk to some of the people at Ring City and ask what that was about. Again, I'm sure it was done for a purpose, but I don't know, man. Especially this fight that's coming up that they have Baez and they're getting ready to start it right now. But not a lot of uppercuts from Shaw. Not a whole lot. So I'd like to see that added to the arsenal. Like I said, man, I think, when he knew he was in control, he did come forward a little bit more, let his hands go a little bit more and try to control the action. He went for the knockouts. I love that him and his corner seemed to be on the same page the entire way. He went to execute what his corner was giving him. I think that's good. He seems like a smart fighter. And just well-disciplined, well-schooled, has good power. It'll just, you get the win and you move on. See what happens next. Not much more to say about it. So I'm going to get ready for this fight. I think this is this might be an 8 or 10 rounder, 8 rounder, and then get ready for the main event. Again, check the article out over at www.bitedownboxing.com. Eduardo Baez. Let me get this other cat's name before I jump off of here. Take it forever. The women's fight, I really don't like, man, when it's just constant back and forth in the 2-minute format of the women, man. It's very difficult to judge. And like Sean said, I've mentioned it before, I feel like some of the women might feel rushed. I think I've talked to a couple. I never asked him, but do they train for 3 or 5 minute rounds? Sometimes they fight, they train longer to be ready to to do everything inside the allotted time that's in the actual fight. So sometimes they, sometimes fighters train, they fight, you know, 5 minute rounds or 8 minute rounds or 30-second breaks or whatever. They mix it up. I wonder if a lot of women, if they actually spar for 2 minutes, and to lock down, mapping out how to pace yourself. And like I said, I just think it's tough, man, because the setup to go to the body takes it takes time to see those things in the openings and to execute. And if you only have 2 minutes, it just really restricts things, and you got to rush. You feel like you got to go. But I have seen a couple females that know how to maximize and get things done in that 2 minutes. But when it's toe to toe, in fighting the whole way, it gets very very hard to see, in my opinion. But the champion won it. Marjanovic, you saw how she did some of that stuff that we're seeing right now with champions and not wanting to be questioned about other fights. They probably understand the difficulty that remains in getting that fight done with Amanda Serrano, who got the victory yesterday, I believe, first round knockout of Diana Santana. You never know how that's going to be interpreted. She was very, she deflected like crazy to talk that down. But, it's just kind of trending right now, to disregard the others and not let them affect your shine, not let them take away from your moment and whatnot. When else are you supposed to ask about it? But I get it, though. I get it. But Amanda Serrano, that's what I'm saying. What I'll finish with is she's one of those females that you can see, man, when she gets to her, to the higher gears, sets things up. She's a hell of a puncher. She seems to be one of the bigger punchers in the women's game. She gets knockouts. She gets knockdowns. And I see her being just offensively, I see her being a class above Marjanovic, who's 38 years old, with a lot of fights. I think she has 40 wins, 10 losses, maybe a draw or two. Yeah, she said she had 53 fights. So that's 41, 10, that's 51, and then 2 draws. So yeah, I would lean towards I would lean towards Amanda in that. Like I said, Amanda's game offensively, it's only two or three women that I've seen on her level or possibly a little more advanced, but none of them really have the results that I've seen out of Serrano. So I just leave it at that. Bite down boxing, don't let them count you out. Enjoy the rest of this card. Get ready for tomorrow night, with Triple G and Zeramita down in Hollywood at the Hard Rock. Is it Hard Rock? I think it's Hard Rock down in Hollywood, Florida. Peace.